Hello everyone, this is an ESP32 based flight controller. It's a complete DIY project and yes, it is in a pretty rough shape because it suffered a massive fall during mid-flight because of battery outage. So I'll be making a new flight controller. This was my first prototype, this will be my second, and basically this gives you decent results like this. If you're wondering to make a flight controller like this, it's pretty simple. You just have to refer a schematic and a code in the description. So before you start with the project, I would like to share a few guidelines. So this is your ESP32. This will be responsible for all the calculations and stuff. So this controller, you can place it on the board with using female grips instead of soldering it directly. So the benefit of this is that if you want to test any new sensor, or if you want to do some troubleshooting, you can just remove the flight control. You can just remove the microcontroller and test it on a breadboard and then install on the flight controller. One more most important sensor in the schematic would be your MPU 6050. So this sensor basically tells you the degrees per second in different axes of roll, pitch and yaw. It's a quite important sensor, so there are a few guidelines in order to place this sensor. So this has to be the very center of your quadcopter. Okay, it should be at the centermost point of your quadcopter such that the solder lines are facing the rear of the quadcopter. Okay, basically this will input all the rotations per second in different axes, and this is very primary for it to be in the center. So make sure that you have it in the center and the solder lines are facing the rear of your quadcopter. For me, the rear of my quadcopter is red because it's like the car, right? We have red lights in the back. So similarly, I've used that orientation. So this is basically it. And one more tip is that we only require the first four pins of this sensor. So remaining pins you may not solder, just solder the first four and the last one such that it is very sturdily fixed on the perforated board, because it endures a lot of vibrations, and hence it's better to just solder it rather than mounting it on female grips. You can ignore these sensors. These are basically pressure sensors, and I'm working on a new project where I'm trying to put altitude hold in the quadcopter. The receiver that I've used is a FlySky IA6B. Basically, you can use any PWM protocol receiver, not necessary to use this one. And it is a very simple one. It has an LED to indicate any errors or any calibration time. And these are your pins where you plug in your ESCs. So it is pretty easy. Okay, pardon for this shape because this was my first prototype and endured a massive fall, and hence I'm making a new one. I thought, why not make a video of this? So I'll be sharing the process of this and I'll be making a new flight controller on this. I want to give a quick thanks to Jude Brooking and Carbon Aeronautics on YouTube. Their content and their similar projects in this domain helped me make my own ESP32 based flight controller. I've added the links in description in order to check their stuff out. They have basically added more heavy engineering inside these flight controllers. And apart from this, if anyone's following the code or anyone's making a DIY project similar to mine, please be sure that you are very careful around you and careful of the people around you, because these quadcopters have a lot of destructive energy and they can easily cause cuts on your hand, and even the propeller sometimes might break and hit people. And initially, please try to just take care and don't try to pull this testing in indoors, and always go outdoors in order to test your quadcopter. For any questions or any doubts regarding the project, you can reach out to me on GitHub or LinkedIn, or leave your comments in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, have a good day.